The mysterious neon Hero pencil number 161 will be named Sunglow as suggested by Daryl Lynn and Music. Thank you all for your suggestions and stay tuned. We'll be naming the Schpirerr Farben set soon. In today's video, I'm going to be using Schpirerr Farben, Guanghui, and Prismacolor pencils in a comparison. Hi, it's Dia. Today I'm going to draw, well, I'm not going to draw, I'm going to color 3 different pumpkins with 3 different pencil sets. The first set I'm going to be using is the Hero or Guanghui set. I gave this set away a couple of weeks ago and I really was surprised by it. So I started to use it quite a bit and I was getting used to the pencils. So I thought that I would compare it to the Schpirerr Farben set, which I had given away the month before, and Prismacolors, which I have never used. This is an image from Penelope's Garden, which is one of my coloring books, and it's the wrong season, but it features 3 pumpkins, and although the pumpkins aren't identical, they're close enough that I could compare and see what the colors are like in comparison to one another. Now, in each of these pumpkins, I'm going to do almost the same thing. I'm going to take a bright yellow color, like I had just done and covered the whole area, and then I'm going to take a more muted or wheat kind of yellow and go over that. And then I'm going to start brightening and using the different shades of melon and pumpkin and orange and even a red or two at the bottom to make the pumpkins look vibrant and to really accentuate the shape of the pumpkins. I'm using harvest colors in each of the pumpkins, and although I'm using 3 separate sets, I'm trying to choose colors that are similar to one another. I'll put all the colors in the information box below. So what I found with this first set, this Hero set, is that the colors are very bright, but you have to do a lot to get them to be their brightest. So unless you're truly burnishing, which if you don't know what that is, it's if you push very hard and you flatten the tooth of the paper, you have to do many, many layers to get a bright color. And you kind of have to work for it. So it's not a bad thing, it just takes a little bit longer. Colored pencils are a tough medium, in my opinion, to begin with. You have to be patient, so I think this is a wonderful set. There is no light fast marking on this set, so I don't know if they are or if they're not, so I can't even tell you about that. Now, the color that I'm using right here is, well, it's a bright, intense, almost like Hawaiian sunset orangey color. And that color is very intense. So some of them seem to have a lot of pigment, but not all of them seem to have a lot of pigment. So there might be a little bit of a variety in how much filler is in the pencils. I can't be sure, but I can only tell you what it felt like. You can see that color brightened up the image. Also, the yellows were very nice. And in this set, there are some neons. I didn't use any of the neons here, but there's a variety there too. Some of them are super intense, and some of them aren't as neon. This is an oil-based set, and some of them do feel creamier than others, just like the intensity of the pigment. I really enjoyed using this set, and I like using it in conjunction with polychromos and even with the Schpirerr Farbens. So can you get a perfect image out of the set by itself? You actually can. You just might have to work a little harder for it. Another thing about this set, not all of the colors match the barrel. So you have to watch. Like if you're just going to grab one based on the barrel, you better watch a little tiny bit. And that's why I did a color swatch chart and I also named them. So you kind of get an idea of what it is. So having a number and a slightly mismatched barrel, I find that to be a little bit of a disadvantage, but it didn't prevent me from really liking the set. Now moving on to the second set, which is the Schpirerr Farben set. Now, right off the bat, they feel a little bit different. They are also oil based, but I was going to say they feel creamier. They're kind of an interesting dry slash creamy feel. The pencils, for the most part, match the color, but there are one or two that are quite off. So once again, it might be a good idea to do a color chart for this set also, and maybe I will name them just like I named the Hero set. Uh, First thing, the yellows are amazing because like I said I was going to do, I put yellow on the entire pumpkin, and then went over it with kind of a wheat color. Uh, there are less oranges than there were in the Hero set. The Hero set has 168 colors. The Schpirerr Farben set has 72 colors. That's almost okay though. I mean, I would love there to be 168, but there aren't. So what I find that the oranges are brighter. They seem to have a lot of pigment, and it was easier to get that bright orange pumpkiny look than it was with the Hero set. I mean, obviously I managed with the Hero set, but this was faster. This pumpkin at this point, it took about 2 or 3 minutes less than the Hero set. Um, I didn't have to go over as I didn't have to go over it as many times. I didn't have to do as many layers to get those to, to get the same colors. Also, the black in the Schpirerr Farben set is black, and very creamy. I really, really liked using it. And so I would say the Schpirerr Farbens are probably creamier and a little easier to use than the Heroes. And now to the third pumpkin and to the Prismacolor set. I have never used Prismacolors before. I have heard nothing but interesting things about Prismacolors. Everything from I will never buy a Prismacolor set again because they crack too much to oh my gosh, they're my favorite pencils in the world. They're so creamy. Now, right off the bat, I want to tell you that this is a wax-based pencil set. This is the 150 set. I just opened it. You can see by the interesting tip that I didn't even sharpen them. I used them right out of the box, and they're super creamy. I don't think I've ever used a pencil that's as creamy as the Prismacolors. Um, I would say out of all of them, they were the easiest to use color wise, meaning I think the colors are the most intense and bold, and they're really easy to lay down. There's a big variety, not quite as big as the Heroes, but I really like them. Now mine didn't crack. There were none that were cracked when I opened them, and when I did sharpen the one yellow pencil, that didn't break either. Now, of course, there's 149 more to go, but so far so good. As you can see, this set was even faster than the other two, meaning laying down the colors and getting the colors to be bright and bold. I was not pushing hard here, and as you can see, I'm going over with a yellow. It's coming out bright. It's coming out really nice. And I was not trying to be picky there at all because by the third one, it's kind of unfair because I'm already a little tired of doing pumpkins. So I want to get the video done and I want to get this out to you. So Yeah, so far so good. I was not doing a whole lot of blending, and although it doesn't look perfect, you can see my lines and my quick coloring job here. You can see that it does look very, very nice. What else can I say? Oh, after a while, you you start to use layer after layer and color after color, and it almost feels like it's slippery wet, like super creamy, almost too creamy. They blend crazy good. Oops, sorry there. I went off the top for the stem, but I will show it at the end. There are some colors in there like this. These two actually were like very subtle harvest colors that definitely were not in the other set. I'll be really interested to see what they do with pictures other than pumpkins. I almost felt like I wanted to use some of the colors from this set on the other two pumpkins, and I had to like hold back. I just wanted to be, I just wanted this one to be Prisma, the other one to be Schpirerr Farben, and the first one to be Heroes, and not mix and match. So I really liked them. I was thinking I was not gonna like them, just because of so many stories that people said about wax blooms and cracking and bad lead, and I would have to say I really like them. Um, so I had a, a lot of fun doing this entire review. I would say the Heroes are probably one of the best student grade pencils that you could buy, although they're not marked as student grade. That's what I would label them because they are slightly less pigmented than the rest. Excuse me. They don't have a light fast rating, and I would say they're less pigmented than the other sets. But for the price, they are unbelievable. They're under $30 for 168 pencils, so I would give them a thumbs up just for that. The Schpirerr Farbens, they're 72 in the set. They're under $40 for 72 pencils. They're pigmented, they're bright, they're vibrant. I love the color selection, and I would also give them a thumbs up. And the Prismacolors, which I was afraid of, were creamy, bright, vibrant, highly blendable, and very interesting. I was afraid of the wax bloom and them being wax based, but I really enjoyed using them. I think that what I would recommend that you do is get a couple of each pencil because they're all very different. The Heroes being the driest, the Schpirerr Farben being kind of an interesting mixture of dry and creamy, and the Prismacolors being the most creamy and wax-based of them all. So once again, I thought this was a really interesting experiment. I'm glad you joined me here for this. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. I hope you subscribe to me. I will be doing more videos soon, and I hope you join me for those. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.